Hello, welcome to Levant TV headlines. The Islamic State jihadist group have killed a senior Kurdish commander and 5 fighters in a major attack in Iraq's Kirkuk province, while bombings elsewhere left at least 9 dead. Militants fired a barrage of rockets and set off a car bomb, killing at least 26 people, mostly soldiers in Egypt's North Sinai province, where security forces are battling a raging Islamist insurgency. Jordan's military says it is still awaiting proof that a warplane pilot threatened with execution by the Islamic State group is safe. Israel has published tenders to build 450 new settler homes in the occupied West Bank, a watchdog said, in a plan denounced by the Palestinians as a war crime. And Belgian police have arrested 4 people during nationwide raids aimed at smashing groups that recruit jihadists to fight in Syria. And now let's have a look at top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting with The Independent, which leads reporting that Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi cut short a visit to Ethiopia for an African Union summit following a wave of deadly attacks in the Sinai Peninsula claimed by Islamic State's Egyptian wing. The paper also reports that some politicians see that the January revolution has succeeded insofar as it has toppled the head of the regime, but it has failed to achieve other goals. From Lebanon, the Daily Star is reporting that Lebanon will file a complaint with the UN Security Council against Israel over its recent border shelling in which a Spanish peacekeeper was killed. The paper also reports that Foreign Minister Gibran Bassil has signed a draft law allowing an amendment in his ministry's internal regulations under which married women could apply for employment in the diplomatic corps, an opportunity that was previously limited to single females. From the UAE, the Khalij Times leads reporting that Human Rights Watch has blasted Daesh militants over their atrocities, but also criticized the Syrian and Iraqi governments over what the New York-based group described as sectarian and abusive policies that fuel extremism. The paper also reports that the UAE's capital Abu Dhabi retained the 25th position among world's safest cities and top in the Middle East, according to the latest Economist Intelligence Unit's Safe Cities Index 2015. And now let's have a look at top Middle East headlines from papers here in London. The Independent leads Middle East news reporting that an ISIS-affiliated terrorist group has killed at least 26 people in coordinated rocket and bomb attacks on the Egyptian military and police in the Sinai Peninsula. Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis launched the assault on 3 towns on Thursday, detonating a car bomb outside a military base as mortars were simultaneously fired at the stronghold, destroying buildings and burying soldiers under the debris. The Telegraph leads Middle East news reporting that talks between Jordan and the Islamic State over 2 hostages appear to have broken down, raising fears that the extremists would carry out their threats to murder a Japanese journalist and a Jordanian pilot. A government spokesperson said that before a deal could proceed, Jordan wanted proof that their pilot, 26-year-old Muaz al-Kasibisi, is still alive. The Guardian leads Middle East news reporting that Islamic State fighters have killed a senior Kurdish commander and 5 other soldiers in a major attack in Kirkuk province in Iraq. The ISIS assault on areas south and west of the northern city of Kirkuk began at about midnight, prompting fighting with medium and heavy weapons that was still ongoing in the morning. And now headlines in international papers. The International New York Times reports that less than a week after ascending the throne, King Salman of Saudi Arabia issued an array of royal decrees on Thursday, abolishing government bodies, changing ministers, dismissing the chief of intelligence, and further consolidating his own authority. The king also decreed a cash bonus worth 2 months' salary to government employees, students, and pensioners, a gesture aimed at garnering goodwill among the citizenry. And finally, China's Global Times reports that Israel and Hezbollah have signaled that their rare flare-up in fighting across the Israel-Lebanon border was over after the Lebanese guerrillas killed 2 Israeli troops in retaliation for a deadly airstrike in Syria last week. That was it for today. Please visit Levant TV for more updates. Thanks for watching and have a good weekend.